my new Intex Mariner 3 boat. This boat here retails for about $400. This one in particular comes with a Bimini top, which it will be very nice to have some shade when I'm out on the water on hot sunny days. The first Mariner 3 boat that I purchased, it's a different color. I don't know why there's two different color Mariner 3 boats. I called the company and asked, but I didn't really get much of an answer other than it's might be because of different seasons. Anyways, that's the answer I got. So I do find that this one is kind of seems like it's more of a leisurely purpose. However, I'm not complaining. It's a good boat. These are great boats. That's why I bought a second one. And you know, when I'm tight for space for yard space, an inflatable makes sense. These are the paddles that come with it. They are pretty nice, but they do have a an attachment, the button, which kind of leaves them a little bit flimsy in the middle. Nothing to really worry too much about, but I will be getting new paddles. So I think I'm just going to leave the Bimini top for now and take the boat out. I just really want to go fishing, and this seems to be a bit of work, and I don't think I need it for my day. However, I don't know if those are rod holders or not. I haven't bothered looking at the instructions, so I will be bringing those, and I'm also going to be leaving the bag behind. So here I am unloading the new Mariner 3 boat. It does come with a keel guard, which helps it glide along the beach shore, the lake shore and stuff like that at the boat ramp and stuff. So it is quite a durable boat. My last Mariner 3, I was able to put that thing through the ringer, and it held up so well. The only reason I ended up having to buy a new one is because of the other one being aged. I had bought it used, and it was already quite worn through other people using it. However, these are great durable boats. They are made of multiple layers of PVC. You know, they got a rock guard on the bottom. And with this one in particular, I just wanted to take some slow steps as it is a new boat, and I wanted to make sure everything was kosher with setting it up. So as you see, I unfolded it. I started to pump up each side just a little bit before I put in the floor of the boat. Once I had that somewhat positioned, I unloaded everything else in the boat, and I started to pump it up. I highly recommend buying an electric pump. You can buy them at, you know, many stores, and they are much more convenient to have, and they also can help you blow it up. A lot of times I would use my electrical pump on one side and then hand pump the other side just to kind of inflate the thing faster to get on the water faster. Here I am constantly checking the floor of the boat as I inflate it, always wanting to make sure that I don't puncture the boat or pinch any of the material as I'm blowing it up against the floor of the boat. They do have open sides on the floor of the boat, and the plastic can slide out, which can be a bit of a pain, but it's nothing to really write home about. I'm sure it does have its purpose, needing, you know, a lot of maneuverability when you're out on the water and walking along the boat floor and stuff. Would need to move and slide around and make quite a few adjustments. So anyways, here I am just inflating the boat still, and then I usually use an electric pump on one side and then pump the other side, which helps to get me out on the water faster, and it's a much nicer deal. Very quick setup that way. It is a lengthy clip here, but I just wanted people to see and sort of get a feel who haven't owned an inflatable boat, how much effort it can be to set up if you don't have an electrical pump. And I'm now going to inflate the keel of the boat, which is like an inflatable piece that runs along the middle of the floor bottom of the boat underneath the floor, the plastic floor. It's pretty easy setup. There's a hole in the floor of the boat that comes from the manufacturer that makes it easily accessible. The Mariner 3 comes with 2 inflatable seats. I find them somewhat comfortable, a little bit low to the ground, but they function quite well. I will only be using one for this setup as I'm just by myself today. A lot of people might not know, but when you inflate things, there is a pressure setting that manufacturers do prefer. This one does have guides, so if you bring a measuring tape, you can put it against the guides to make sure that you're not overinflating your inflatable boat or underinflating. As well, it's also good to keep in mind that the weather temperature will change the pressure within the boat or material. On really hot days, when I don't inflate it as full as normal, it will bloat quite a bit. It will be under quite a bit of pressure, so it's always handy to keep that in mind too.
Definitely getting an electric pump. So this transom was for my old Mariner 3, which was the blue and gray one. I don't know if it'll fit, hopefully it will.
So here we are, just finishing the last bit of air in the keel, and it will pretty much be ready to go out on the water. I do like to always double check and triple check the floor and make sure it's not pinching any of the material. I think other than that, it's the only thing I gotta worry about besides the air pressure before getting this thing out on the water. They're very nice boats. I'm quite pleased with them. The color scheme of this one wasn't too happy with, it being so white and bright. It's hard to keep somewhat clean.
Well, there it is, all blown up, and let me tell you, it's a bit more of a task than I care for. However, I have it and I'm using it, so that's the way it is. Forgot to blow the seat up there in the end, which was a nice little cherry on top. But the motor mount for the old one did fit this one, so that's a good thing. Probably the same one if I were to buy it new for this one anyways. And yeah, it's got a little battery bag and some other bag here. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this one's for, just a little storage bag or whatever. I don't know, probably take that off. There's also another one that's a battery bag, but it's underneath. I'm not using that thing. The oar locks move on this one and hold your oars. And these here are for the fishing rod holders. The caps on this, I noticed, are different than the old ones. These ones don't screw on. The ones with on my last one with the blue, dark blue color scheme, they screwed on, but this has like a, I don't know what that is, what you would call that. So it's just kind of an attachment for it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the color being white. I don't know why they would make it white. It's already looking horrible on the first step, so first outing, so it's probably gonna look quite used once I'm done with it here. I did not bring the Bimini, obviously, because it's just kind of taking it out and seeing how she rides. But yeah, nice sturdy handle here to lift it. It's got a few little features that the other one didn't have, but I don't know, a bit on the I don't know, it doesn't feel as durable almost. The material, maybe it is, I don't know, maybe it's more durable, but to me it just doesn't quite feel as durable. Even this stuff doesn't, the rubber on it, I don't know what the heck. But we'll see, we'll take it out.
And then, of course, it's always good and important to save and conserve some energy for cleanup time with inflatable boats. I felt this Mariner 3 ride was quite a smooth ride. I was almost wondering when I was out on the water in this one if it is lighter than the dark blue and dark gray version of the Mariner 3. It had me thinking that this version was made for a leisurely play time, whereas the other one is more rugged. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that was kind of the experiences I've had with both the boats. However, whichever color scheme it is, I do find them both to be quite pleasurable and nice, and they serve their purpose quite well. One thing I've always come to appreciate about these boats are the valves, the air valves, because there's two different ports. I think they're called Boston valves. So you can unscrew the top to fill the boat, and then you can unscrew the bottom of the mechanism, and that deflates the boat. So you're not losing air when you're pumping the boat up. It's very, very nice to have. It's a very nice feature. On my older Mariner 3, I would typically leave the transom on the boat as I rolled it up and just threw it in my truck. But because this one's brand new, I'm going to be taking things a bit slower and putting a lot more care into the setup and takedown of the boat. The screws that come with the transom, it's also a time consumer. I did see in a video a while ago somebody had used some oversized cotter pins to attach his transom instead of screwing it. I'm not sure about it poking or puncturing the material, but I might try to have a go or try to find an easier way to attach and remove the transom. Of course, this is a feature you have to buy separately. They do not come with the boat. The motor mount fittings and all the features for the motor mount, the bracket and stuff, they work very well with this boat. The grab handles on both sides of the boat come in very handy. It does come with a repair kit, which is nice, although I will be picking up an extra one of those as well. The paddles are very nice. I enjoyed the fishing rod holders on this version of the boat as opposed to the other one. The battery pouches were a nice added feature. The rub rail helps for docking the boat. The grab line that runs around the entire circumference of the boat is also very nice to have. The rotational oar locks are very, very nice. And these Boston valves rock. It's a nice spacious little boat. It weighs about 70 pounds. It holds about 880 pounds. And it has a motor capacity of 2 horsepower. The Mariner 3 is about 117 inches in length, 50 inches wide, and about 18 inches high. All in all, it is a wonderful, pleasurable boat to be cruising about on the water with. This boat is completely manageable for just one person to set up and take down, which is why I really appreciate it. This boat is completely manageable for one person to just set up and take down, so I will just finish loading it and give you a glimpse of the other Mariner 3 version. So this is the other Mariner 3. I don't know why there's 2 of them. I tried calling them. However, the rep that answered could only tell me that it's because of different seasons. I don't know what that answer even meant, but that was the answer I was given. So I was just like, okay, whatever. And away I went. So I was wrong about it. It does have a handle here. These here are for the motor mount, and it holds it pretty good. As you can see, the rub rail on this one is fine, other than that it is quite seasoned, but it's all welded on there properly. I showed that right on camera. The oar locks on this one are quite different. I find that these are much more sturdy, but I don't know, whatever. They also make a lot of noise, these ones. It's kind of funny. This is what I was talking about on the valve. It's a screw on. So you would screw this one on like so, and it screws on, whereas the other one just kind of has little knobs in here that attach. I didn't fully set it up because this thing is done. The threads are all coming off of it. It's so old. But yeah, so the rod holders are quite different. And yeah, just thought I'd give you a little glimpse